morning. I said good morning. That's a little better. My name is Andover Jones. I'm a world famous explorer and archaeologist. What does that mean? That means I dig up stuff. And we've come to Egypt today because we've just discovered this brand new, well, it's not new, it's actually 4,000 years old. But we just discovered it. It's a palace. A very famous, important person used to live here. And we just dug up this palace. In fact, we're still digging it up. We're finding new stuff all the time. So we have to investigate this palace this week and figure out what sort of secrets it can hold, because a lot of these palaces have hidden traps and dangerous secret doors. So we got to be really careful as we kind of investigate. Now, from what I can tell so far, I've been trying to read these hieroglyphs here, and I think that this palace was used at a time in Egypt when there was a famine. A famine means there was no food. And I don't mean just like you skipped your Twinkie one time. I mean like there wasn't food for anybody for a long time. But you see this part here, it says a very important person came from a faraway land and helped save him from the palace. Wow. Save him from the famine, I mean. Wow. That sounds cool. I wonder if this could be talking about Joseph. You guys know who Joseph is, right? Yeah. Joseph from the Bible, from the book of Genesis, the favorite son of Jacob, the dude with the coat, you know? All right, lucky for you, this week at VBS we have a world-famous Bible scholar with us, and she's going to help us learn all about the Joseph story. Her name is Dr. Small, Dr. Amy Koo Small, and she's over. Dr. Small. Good morning.
Oh, hi.
How are you? Good to see you this morning.
Good to see you.
Hey, it seems like... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It seems like our new friends here don't know a whole lot about Joseph. And I was wondering if you could maybe fill them in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, hello. Let's see. I've been in Egypt quite a bit. I don't think I've seen any of you here before. How many of you, this is your first time, your very first time in Egypt? Raise your hand high. Because I don't think I've seen any of you before. Good. Well, you know what? If you don't know anything about Joseph, I'm the one you need to come and talk to. Well, let's hope. I'm the expert. Let's see. Joseph. You don't know anything about Joseph. I know something that you have in common with Joseph. This is the first time you're here. Did you know that Joseph was a visitor to Egypt? Yeah, he was a visitor. It wasn't his home. His home was like, 200 miles away. But did you know that God had a plan for him? Did you know that God had a plan for him from the time that he was born? From the very day that he was born, God had a plan. Did you know that his brothers hated him? They were jealous, weren't they? Did you know that God's plan was that Joseph was sold as a slave by his brothers? And did you know that it was God's plan that Joseph not only was sold as a slave, but he was a prisoner eventually. But do you know what? God had a plan for him. He sure did. And not only did he have a plan, but everything that happened in Joseph's life was part of God's plan. Did you know God gives us lots of gifts? Do you all have gifts? Now, I don't mean like, did you open a present this morning? Did your mom and dad have a present waiting on the table for you this morning? Maybe some of you did. I don't mean that kind of gift. I mean something that maybe you're good at. Maybe something you like to do. God gives us lots of gifts. He also blesses us with special things. And that's something that we're going to talk about today and tomorrow and the next day and all the rest of the days this week. We have a special thing we're going to talk about every day. And today we're going to talk about God gives us hope. We're going to call that, let's see here, we're in Egypt, and what's there a lot of in Egypt? Things that are shaped like this. Pyramids, there we go. This is going to be our pyramid point for the day. God gives us hope. God gives us hope. Very good. All right. But you know what? God gave Joseph hope too.
Dr. Small, how come God gives us so many gifts?
Well, because we believe in Him and we trust in Him. He loves us and He wants us to give us. He wants to give us good things. You know, I think we're missing somebody.
Yeah. Weren't we supposed to have like a student intern?
Yeah, I think her name was, let's see, Renee. She came from a place called Bergon Academy.
Sounds like she's still gone.
Yeah, I think she's running late, maybe. Oh, no, there she is. She's coming.
Hi. Good morning. Hi. Hi. Andrew Jones. Hi. Pleasure to meet you. Good to see you. Thanks for coming today. It's great. It's very old. Careful. No. It's very careful. Very good. So, just, careful what you touch there. Okay. Oh, hot fire. Don't touch. Yeah. Careful. Oh, stirriness there. Okay. Uh-oh. What's that? Renee, look out!
It's all right. Don't you remember our pyramid point for today is God gives us hope.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen yet.
Well, hope isn't like, I hope I get a new iPod for my birthday, or I hope when I get home we're going to have pizza for lunch, or something like that. Hope is so much more than that. Hope is something that we know is going to happen. Hope isn't a wish, it's something we know is going to happen. It's something we read about in the Bible. God says, this is my word and this is what's going to happen. And we have hope. That means that we know it's going to happen.
That reminds me of a verse I learned in school. Jeremiah 29:11. God said, "For I know the plans I have for you, to give you a hope and a future."
Wow, that's a great verse. Maybe we should make that our verse for today.
Remember, no matter what Egyptian family you're in, we're all a part of one great big family because we belong to the one true God. So, what are you?
Not bad. All right. Well, I'm going to go over just a few quick things and we're going to get our day started today. So let's review real quick Renee's verse for today. And to help us remember what today's verse was, we have this sort of bird on the top of our obelisk over there. And our verse is from Jeremiah 29:11, which we just sang, so it should be really easy to remember. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not disaster, to give you a future and a hope. Now that seems really long. When we sang the song, it's kind of catchy. So if I see you today, and I ask you for the verse, and you can either say it to me or sing it to me, or do the motions, I'll give you some archaeological rocks. All right, what was our pyramid point for today? God gives us